It's different class. Capitalist will beat the stablemate Detective. The back row continues to escalate for Capitalist.
And Capitalist will brain them, the favourite, bolts in the Magic Millions.
Magic Millions winners, John clear in the slipper. Yankee Rose home in a second. The Capitalist takes it out.
Bruce, well, it's such an exciting time again for Newgate. 4 new stallions for this year and highlighted by a retiring Golden Slipper winner. Doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, absolutely, Caroline. I think that's the dream, given the success of stallions that have won that race. I know we just feel so blessed to stand a horse like Capitalist at Newgate. We're very thankful to the owners, obviously, and the shareholders, and now our job is to, we give him every opportunity, give him every, the best start in his stud career, and that's our goal and our mission, and that's where all our time and effort's being spent now.
He looks as if he's settled in very well. He looks an absolute ball of muscle still here today as we're filming him sort of earlier before the season, but he's obviously, pretty fired up. He knows he's the man.
Oh yeah, he's King Kong. He's certainly King Kong around the place, but I suppose, and we'll talk about it, with regard to his 2-year-old career, his constitution and his nature was such a big part of why he was such a great 2-year-old, and you see that here. He's let down straight away. You can see, he's let down into a bull already. He's very forward for his age. He's very forward mentally as well, so he's ready for the season to start.
But he's just swinging off this Blake Shin off Capitalist.
You look at the record that he had, the Breeders' Plate, the Gold Coast Magic Millions, the Golden Slipper. I mean, they are the peak races, really, aren't they, obviously, for the 2-year-old season.
The way they're spaced, it's very hard to win all 3, which he did, of course. He is the first horse ever to accomplish that. That shows you how hard it is, I suppose. And credit to Peter Snowden and Paul Snowden. They kept him up and going, and he was able to peak 3 times, something that no other horse has been able to do in history.
Well, they always spoke so well of him, didn't they, Peter and Paul Snowden? I mean, Peter's not the sort to wax lyrical, but he was so adamant that this was the horse and he would win, not just the Magic Millions, but onto the Golden Slipper. He never lost faith in the horse at one stage. 100%.
He's always in the first group of 2-year-olds in the Snowden camp. I know, obviously, with James Harron managing the syndicate, he was always sort of communicating back to us that this Britain Tycoon yelling, he's in the first bunch, he's in the first bunch, he's in the first bunch, and he just stayed there all the way through.
He did. Look, his sire, Written Tycoon, it's fascinating. He's getting so many more winners now. He's been an underrated sire for a long time, but he's getting, the horses like Winning Rupert or Music Magnate, Tycoon Tara. He's really hitting a purple patch himself, but he's always had that ability to sire top precocious horses.
We know, and you know, how hard it is for these stallions to go on and throw their own ability and pass that ability onto their stock. And I mean, Written Tycoon, hats off to him. He's just done an incredible job, starting off at 6,000 plus GST and working with a lower level sort of quality of mare, and he's built his own house really. He's paved his own way, and he now stands obviously at Woodside Park for 80,000 plus GST. He's fully booked. We've got a number of mares on this farm that have travelled down to visit him.
And 165 last time, and I said him all done. I sell him for 165, done, all done. 165, James Harron, thank you.
It's a Golden Slipper pedigree without doubt because, we know Compulsion, her grandmother, won the Blue Diamond Prelude and Preview. She's the full sister to Merlene, the Golden Slipper winner. The next stand back you get to Bold Promise, who was a group-winning 2-year-old herself. So it is just a pedigree to be a Golden Slipper winner and to continue to throw those precocious 2-year-olds.
I think that's the key point here, Caroline. I think, with Capitalist, the fact is his genetic makeup and his genes and his pedigree said 2-year-old speed, and when you looked at him physically, it said 2-year-old speed, and then he went on and did it on the track and has done things that no other 2-year-olds have done in the past. I mean, I think it's a huge point. He is what his pedigree says he is. He is what his physique says he is, and hopefully he'll pass that on. If he does, he'll be a really successful stallion and really popular stallion here.
He is an outcross too, really, isn't he? Even though there is a bit of Danehill in there, but it's not right up really close.
Yeah, 100%, Caroline. I'd say physically he's very easy to mate to. He's touch over 16 hands, and he gives you the strength, and he's got enough leg. He's just beautifully proportioned horse in fairness. So I think physically he's a really easy horse to mate to. His second dam's by Danehill, but we've seen a lot of the key breeders sending Danehill line mares to him to sex balance Danehill through a male and through a female. So people like doing that. And Written Tycoon himself has done well with Danehill line mares. He's done well with a lot of different mares. And a big part of his popularity, obviously being such a star, is also the fact that he's very easy to mate to physically and on pedigree.